Okay, I'm over at Titan Toys, and they said to come over because they had something to show me. I'm gonna go see what Danny has to say. All right, here we are, back at Titan Toys, and wow, things are going crazy. Hey, Danny!
I thought I heard you.
What's going on, brother?
Not much yourself,
You know already?
Yeah, just working it.
All right. Yeah, man, we got that show to do, but I think the guys told me that I should come by and check something out. Do you know what they're talking about?
I think I do.
You do? What's going on?
Do you want to find out?
Yeah, I'm excited. What's going on?
To show you?
Sure, show me, brother. Yeah, let's take a look.
Let's go, bro.
All right, let's roll. All right, Danny, you're keeping me in suspense here. What's going on, man? Do we have something special happening?
Yeah.
What's going on? Oh, we got the light boxes over here, and what the hell is that? Oh my God! What are these? These are these ramen racers or no? These aren't ramen racers. What are these, Danny?
It's the REV.
The REV. Oh, these are the bread vans.
The kidnap vans.
Yeah, holy crap!
Man.
Wow, what's going on? Okay, so we got item 03 Raider. Yep. What the hell? You got item 02 Black. Item 01 White. What? How many of these things are there?
Another one over here.
There's one more. Oh my God! There's item 04 Recoil. What the hell, guys? Ramen made 4 different types of bread vans. What is going on here? This is crazy. All right, this is nuts. Danny here is just showing me the freaking wall of ramen part 2. I mean, last time I was here, we had the ramen racers, which were just crazy, and now apparently the ramen razor is also in production. But this is just crazy, guys. Oh my gosh, 4 different types of bread vans. This is nuts. For you guys who don't know what the bread vans are, they are, of course, B.A. Baracus's van, the kidnapping van, as Danny already said. No, of course, it's the A-Team van, and this is going to be great. I'm going to try and convince the guys here to let me open one of these because I think this is going to be awesome. I think this is going to be great. We did catch a glimpse of this for the very first time at Jolanta last year, and it was amazing in prototype form. I can't wait to see the final production. So let me go talk to the guys, and we'll see what happens. Danny,
Yes.
can I open one of these?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
You gotta pick which one.
We're going to figure it out, guys.
Yeah,
all right.
no problem.
We'll be right back. All right. It took a little arm twisting, but I was able to convince them to open up one of these little beasties. And apparently we're going to be opening up not the white, not the black, unfortunately not the Raider, which apparently has parts like the windshield shutters and stuff like that. That would have been freaking awesome. But we're not going to talk about those stuff. No, we're opening up the classic, the only one that really matters when you think about it. We're opening up the 18 B.A. Baracus version, the Recoil. All right, so let's open up. Revision or version. What does Rev mean? I don't get it. But anyway, Rev. Oh, this is Rev. Rev number 4, the Recoil. All right, guys, let's take a look at this. This is going to be crazy. And there it is, everybody. There is the REV, Ramen Economical Van 04 Recoil. This, of course, is the A-Team B.A. Baracus style van. And, of course, this is iconic in its overall look. Ramen Toys really outdone themselves. This box is gorgeous. It's a full-color box, unlike some of their other releases with the Ramen Razor. And this one looks absolutely stunning. You can see all of the great details. The illustration is just beautiful. Holy crap, everybody. Bravo to the design team on this. I love the logo of the REV. It looks so sweet with that metallic finish. And, of course, the 04 REV Recoil Ramen Economical Van. Just amazing. I love the fact that they did add some corner protectors here, as you saw earlier when we were doing the unboxing. Those were amazing. I will have to say that much like what they did with the Cat's Lair, they actually taped some of the bottom versions of the corner protectors so that they wouldn't slip off when they were packaging it up. And that does have the effect of leaving a bit of residue on the box itself. But other than that, if you're not an inbox collector, you're good to go. But if you are an inbox collector, that's something to be aware of. It is ages 14 plus. Over here we do have the REV, item 04 on this side. Wonderful designs. On the back, this is amazing. It actually is wonderfully packaged, exactly like you would see in most retail packaging. We have the REV Ramen Economical Van. The REV Ramen Economical Van is a 1/12 scale vehicle modeled for 6-inch action figures made for collectors who wish to complete their collection with a van that can accommodate a driver, a passenger, plus a large volume of cargo space. That's freaking amazing. The features include rolling wheels with rubber tires, front wheel that pivots, 5 opening doors, driver, passenger, side door, and opening rear doors, seats that also feature movable armrests along with movable steering wheel. The REV Recoil is also equipped with a magnetic points that accept all add-on parts. That's awesome. Of course, there are different versions of the van. Version 1, 2, and 3 have all different parts, and they can be used with this depending on which ones you decide to buy, which is amazing. As you can see here, the upgraded kit, which is included. Oh, wow, that's amazing. It has the shutters. I thought that was only available with the Punisher version of the van, but they also come with the magnetic points for the ram scoop, as well as the battering ram, the spoiler, which is awesome, the functioning doors, and detailed interiors. Amazing. And over here, on the other side, we do have the REV 04 with the wonderful details on that side, and on the bottom, let's find out what we got down here, it is just simply the REV 04, as you would expect. All right, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and unbox the Recoil REV 04 Ramen Economical Van. And there it is, everybody. There is the Ramen Economical Van, the A-Team edition, revision number 4. This looks absolutely stunning. And it comes with this little accessory pack. So let's open this up and see what's inside. So, giving it a bit of a quick open. I'll have a look and see what we have. Wow. All the pieces for this extra version of the Economical Van. And the first one is the windshield shutters, which are made of steel in the show. Anyway, these look amazing. Obviously, these are made to emulate like a armored up version of the Economical Van, and this looks amazing. Taking it out, we can see it has a whole bunch of rivets on the top. The finishing is really well done. I love the paint that they've decided to use, or the plastic they decided to cast this in is absolutely amazing. It even looks like it's some sort of brushed aluminum type of look, or brushed steel kind of finish. It looks nice. I'm really excited about this. Even the inside is actually really well done, and you can actually see that originally they had little windshields actually sculpted in here, but I think that's because these are supposed to fit in and not damage the actual windshields that are on the vehicle itself. Very, very well thought out. That's amazing. You can see the little clips where they actually join in. Again, really great attention to detail. I love the tab-in features, really helping it to hold steady, and it seems to me that it's molded exactly to the windshield itself. Amazing. Next, we have the battering ram bumper. Now, this isn't a real battering ram, obviously, but it is a reinforced bumper, and in the show, it's actually supposed to be made of cast iron, so that when it rams into something, it doesn't actually damage the engine compartment, and this is amazing. Looks like it has an additional 2 headlights, and it attaches to the bumper right here. You can see those 2 tabs there and there. And look, closer we can find that there are actually little magnets right here, and those are the points at which it adheres to. Freaking incredible. I love the attention to detail that Ramen's put into this. Looking so good. Something which is a little bit more iconic for the A-Team BA Baracus van is, of course, that spoiler, which, if you know anything about aerodynamics, is absolutely useless in a van, because this is just ridiculous. The van will never go nearly as fast as it needs to actually require a spoiler, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's just for looks, and this thing, of course, looks amazing. Check out that red finish. It's just glorious. Oh my gosh. Ramen really has put a lot of attention to detail into this, and I love what they've done with all these bread vans. REV vans, they look incredible. You can see the little attachments here, and I do believe that those are either metal or magnets, as is a big feature with this particular unit, and I'm loving this, guys. This is amazing. There it is, the spoiler for the REV van. And I think this is the last accessory in the pack. It looks like it's a... Oh, I am wrong. There's one more accessory. We'll take a look at that. This is the top floodlight section, and it is an additional armored piece, We can see some floodlights at the top there, very reminiscent of the way they look in the show. And if you take a look, they are reflective to a certain degree. You can see that right there. It's just beautiful. Again, I love that finish here, brushed aluminum type of idea. It has a little bit of reflective nature, which is so good. And again, magnets. This is a big thing for ramen, and I really love the fact that they continue to use this as pretty much like a signature for the company, which I love. And there we are, the floodlight additional armor piece at the top. And finally, this is something which I'm not too sure what it is. Let's open it up and find out. So, oh, these are the actual side mirrors. That's cool. Let's see, it's taped down pretty good. Let's see if I can get it out. There it is. Wow, this is like someone was overzealous with this tape job. There we go. That's it. Okay. Just tape that over so that we can easily get to it again. Of course that was going to happen. There we go. And yeah, there they are. These are the two mirror pieces. We'll just show one of them. And these are awesome. Check them out. They are rather large mirrors, but that's exactly the way they were on show. And they are reflective. You can actually see that. See, you can actually see my finger right there being reflected on that mirror piece. I love this material. It really works well and has been utilized for the Ramen Racer as well. And this is an amazing little addition to the bread van, the REV van. And I'm amazed. Let's put this all together and see exactly what it looks like. So before we start putting any attachments on the van itself, I want to do a quick overview as to the van, its history, and what this actually means to collectors. So this thing is so big, it barely fits into the video shot. I actually had to pull the camera back quite a bit, so you guys will have to forgive me. So this actually is, of course, the iconic van of B.A. Baracus, which was featured in the A-Team. This is actually a GMC vehicle, the Vandra from 1983. This thing is so iconic after it came out on the A-Team show that people just started doing up their vans exactly like B.A. Baracus, and it looks absolutely stunning. Particularly with this van in the overall details, you can see the red rims, which look so iconic in terms of the way it looked on the show. You can see that signature stripe, which comes all the way down to the opening doors. That was huge in the show, as well as the rear top of the van, which was painted red. That really was a signature piece for the B.A. Baracus van. There's also a red stripe on the front, which will have a little close detail, and those were very, very iconic to the show, and really did help to differentiate this from any other van that was on the road at the time. When you saw this on the road as the B.A. Baracus van, you knew you were dealing with somebody who was a fan of the show, and all these years later, we finally get the 6-inch version of this into our hands as collectors. It's absolutely amazing. Zooming on to the front, we can actually see that the van itself does have, as I said, that signature red stripe. A lot of people recognize this as soon as they walk up to it. The van itself is iconic in the way its overall look. You can see the two different types of headlights right here. They are amazing. These are actually turn signals, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then you do have the fog lamps at the bottom. The grille is very signature to that era of van from GMC from 1983. And down here you can actually see that there are those magnets where the additional bumper piece can attach to. There's even a place for a license plate right here if you guys want to put on a signature decal for the B.A. Baracus van. That, of course, was not included. You'll have to source that out yourselves. And you can see that the lights themselves are very much ready to go, and they look amazing. The wheels are also made of rubber, as was highlighted in the description on the front of the box, and they look great. A little bit of polish spray will really highlight these and make them look really good. And you can see here they actually do pivot, so you can have this rolling around exactly the way you would in play whenever you're making your action figures, just rolling around having races all the time. The doors themselves do swing out. This one with a little bit of finagling does come out, as you can see there, and you can even see some of the interior, which is again iconic in the way it's overall designed. All the way to the other side, the seats themselves are very much exactly the way they looked in the show. We'll get a closer detail of that a little bit later. And the sliding door, which of course is where the A-Team did most of their business, does come out. Just have to probably come in for the top. easier. And from the back, just slides over. So you can see that like that. That's the easiest way I've found to actually open it up from the inside. So just from here, push it from the back, and it just comes sliding right out, as you can see. It has a wonderful sliding feature, exactly as you would remember it from the 80s. It actually does come straight out, as you can see there, and then slides across very smoothly. Amazing. And then on the interior itself, we do see those additional seats. They are captain's chairs, as it was in the original 1983 van, and they look stunning. It does have a sunroof at the top. There is no retractable version of it, unfortunately. And you can even see the dash has wonderful detailing as well. Beautiful. A few more details are the windshields, wipers. I don't think that these actually move, unfortunately, but they are wonderful additions to the vehicle itself. Wonderfully sculpted. As far as I can tell, they can't really move. They can move, but I wouldn't recommend trying to actually get them to wipe, because I think that they are just set in one place. Moving around to the back, you can see that there are light clusters here for turn signals. The back of the van is also quite iconic. A lot of people will call this the kidnapping van, which, let's admit, the A-Team did enough kidnapping of their own throughout the show, so it's not like that's not an accurate description. Here is the place for the license plate. The bumper itself is very accurate to the overall show and the van itself. You can see those wonderful details on the taillights. They look amazing. And, of course, I showcased this earlier because we had to remove the accessories, but these doors do swing open, and you can see all that wonderful detail, rich detail on the inside. The wheel wells are sticking onto the inside as they would in the original van, and even the texture that's on the diamond plating on the inside looks amazing. Bravo, Ramen. This is incredible, and look at all that cargo space. It really is very iconic in terms of its overall look for the show, but at the same time you can fit in at least 6 figures in there, plus the 4 and the seats, as well as any other accessories that you might have on hand. Amazing. The other side of the van is pretty much exactly as you would expect. No sliding door on this side, unfortunately, but it has that iconic look for the B.A. Baracus van. And again, all the wheels do turn. And they even have this wonderful tread pattern, which is iconic to the show. The undercarriage, which is something that a lot of people don't pay attention to often, looks amazing. Normally, with toy companies, they would pretty much leave this alone, but you can see a lot of the wonderful detail here. And it gives you this, kind of world building, because if you wanted to have B.A. Baracus working on his van on the undercarriage, this could really look great on photography for toy photography as well. Amazing. Let's take a look at the door on this side for the driver, and we'll just pop that open. And yeah, you can see that wonderful detail there with the door itself. Amazing. And of course it has the signature steering column along with a sticker for the dash and even that center console. Amazing. The pedals themselves are also well positioned. This is amazing. All right, guys. Without further ado, let's go ahead and equip the A-Team for battle. Cue the music, everybody. There it is, everybody, the iconic REV van, the Ramen Economical Van version 04. This is, of course, patterned after the A-Team's BA Baracus van and looks stunning. Everything here equipped looks exactly the way it should on the show. We have the additional reinforced bumper. We have the blast shield at the top along with the floodlights at the very top of the roof. We see this additional piece for the shutters, which allow you to see, but at the same time still protect the driver and the passenger. We have the side mirrors, which are just amazing. And of course, we can't forget the signature spoiler at the back. This is amazing. And of course, all of these are attached with magnets, so you don't have to worry about any of them really having to be clipped on where you could actually break any of the clips. No, these things are attached very, very well and strong enough that they won't fall off during play. But at the same time, if they do happen to fall off, you can just put it right back into position, and there you go. The rear bumper also has this wonderful added feature, which if you just slide it over, you can just play with this all day long if you want. Just tap it a little bit, and it'll slide right into place. I love that. I was playing with this for a little bit, as you can see in the installation, and I love it. This is amazing. Coupled with everything else, like the interior of the van so it can hold a lot more cargo, and just this overall look, this thing really does fit the whole idea of an economical van. I love it. This, of course, comes in 4 different flavors: the 01 White, the 02 Black, the 03 Raider. Perhaps someone like the Punisher might be able to take it and take it to the battle. And of course, the 04 iconic version, which resembles that of the BA Baracus A-Team van right here. It looks absolutely stunning. Now, of course, with this configuration, you can opt to take off the blast shutters, and it still looks so impressive. I love the way it looks overall. It's just absolutely stunning. But if you're going into battle, you really want to have those shutters in place, as you can see right there. And they really do make this thing just look like the complete package. Freaking incredible. A couple of dimensions to take note. The actual van measures 18 inches in length, 7 inches in width, and 7 inches in height. This thing is a big, beefy boy and will really do well in your collection, adding that sort of militaristic feel and, honestly, type of budget feel for your urban warfare type of characters. This will really fit in with your A-Teams, your G.I. Joes, and, of course, any other interdimensional crossover for figures, as this can be so great. Imagine the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom just piling into this van and having an animalistic great time. It would be amazing. All versions of the Ramen Economical Van are available right now on TitanToys.com. The 01 White is available for $161 US. Same thing with the 02 Black. The REV 03 Raider is available as well. It's very popular and going really fast right now. This one's going for $179 USD on TitanToys.com. And the one that you see right here, the REV 04 Recoil, is now going for $186 USD on TitanToys.com. It should be noted that all of these are tariff-free from TitanToys.com. They came directly to us from Ramen Toy, and you can use that as an advantage when purchasing these vehicles in Canada. As a matter of fact, you also got to consider that the Canadian dollar is very advantageous for Americans, so purchasing this on the site for TitanToys.com would really save you some big bucks in the long run. And if you're worried about the tariffs actually coming into the United States from Canada, you of course can take advantage of the hoarding program where you can buy this vehicle and hold on to it until you're ready to ship it. And even better, if you buy 2 versions of the REV van, maybe black and white, or even perhaps the Raider and the Recoil, that would definitely qualify for over $250 shipping, which you would qualify for free shipping within Canada and the United States, putting it into the hoarding program until we figure out what's going on with both Canada Post as well as the terrifying tariffs. Will definitely give you some time to figure out what you want to do with these vans, as they are definitely wonderful additions to your collection. And my overall thoughts on this are, for the price, it definitely is an economical van. Something like this, which would be crowdfunded on Hasbro Pulse, would probably run closer to $200, maybe even $300, as we've seen with the Engine of Vengeance. And of course, Ramen came to the rescue with the Ramen Racer, and now we're seeing this wonderful new idea with the Ramen Economical Van, and the REV is ready to go, really bringing a militaristic urban warfare into your homes for characters like the Punisher, the A-Team, G.I. Joe, as well as other crossovers. Heck, as I said earlier, I think that the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom would look very handsome in this animal party van. Guys, I want to thank Titan Toys for giving us the opportunity to take a look at the Ramen Economical Van Recoil Edition. If you are a fan of the A-Team, or, like I said, any sort of 80s show, this definitely would fit in with your collection. Definitely head over to TitanToys.com. These are available right now in stock, and you can get them. And as I said earlier, if you buy 2 versions of these vans, you qualify for free shipping within Canada and the United States. And with those terrible tariffs, this one being tariff-free within Canada is absolutely amazing. And I really suggest that if you are going to pick up this van, definitely sign up for the Titan Toys Points Program, as this will earn you a ton of points. For every dollar spent on TitanToys.com, you will acquire 2 additional points for every dollar spent. And of course, if you want to earn additional points for free, all you have to do is follow Titan Toys on all their social media, X, Instagram, Facebook. That will earn you a whole bunch. And TikTok, by the way, which is back. So definitely, guys, sign up for the Titan Toys Points Program. It's an amazing program, and you can earn your way towards new vehicles or new action figures. And at the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about? Titan Toys, of course, being your one-stop shop for everything action figure related. Definitely head over there, give them a like and a follow, tell them that Jay sent you. And don't forget about their buy now, pay it later. You have to qualify for this program, but much like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, you can keep buying figures and not have to pay for them right up front. You can basically keep buying all your action figures, and once you're ready to check out, particularly when you qualify for $250 for free shipping, you can check out, have them all shipped, and pay at that time. Definitely check out Titan Toys for all the new upcoming pre-orders, which are coming direct to Titan Toys. Anything coming direct to Titan Toys and not through the United States will be tariff-free, and you can count on Titan Toys to be delivering you the best in action figures. And as I said earlier, the Canadian dollar is very advantageous for U.S. customers, so definitely, guys, shop with confidence. Shop at TitanToys.com. So, guys, that was our look at the Ramen REV van. As an A-Team fan myself, I gotta tell you, this van is absolutely iconic. I was a huge fan of B.A. Baracus. The whole A-Team themselves were just amazing, but whenever this van came on the screen, you knew that there was going to be a war about to happen. The sliding door, the little feature where they could open up the front doors and the rear doors with all that cargo space, that really is the ticket for this van. I think being able to store all your accessories here really does make this just a wonderful purchase for any collector, and for toy photographers in particular. You gotta have some excuse not to use this van in photography, because any sort of urban warfare, any sort of guerrilla type of vehicles that you need, this thing can be equipped to be ready for combat, or just be a stealth vehicle where you can hang out, do your stakeouts and everything like that, and sort of not be too conspicuous in terms of its overall look, but just enough that you know that somebody in that van might be spying on you. Guys, this has been an absolute amazing look at the REV van from Ramen Toy number 04. This one in particular is iconic as B.A. Baracus' van for the A-Team, but of course there is the 03, which a lot of people are going to end up using for characters like the Punisher, maybe even stakeout versions for characters like Blade, or any other characters who are in the Marvel Universe, or perhaps even the DC Universe. And there are the other 2 flavors, which of course are the ice cream color van, the white van, which, heck, it could be a kidnapping van, I don't know, or the black van, which is basically just one which could be used to have an atmosphere in the background, maybe even something generic so you can put it into your photography. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this look at the Ramen REV van number 04, which will be iconic for its A-Team look. Of course, there are the other 4, which you can purchase right now on TitanToys.com. Definitely support TitanToys.com, guys. It's an amazing one-stop shop for action figures all year round. Give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. Guys, I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Good journey, everybody. I pity the fool who doesn't pick this one up. Geek proud.